Hello, friends. My name is Sachin, and I am the recruitment officer at Algonquin College. I am going to cover in this particular presentation about the uh, Algonquin College Pembroke, that is the Waterfront campus here in the city of Pembroke. I have joined with me over here is Martha White from the Algonquin College Ottawa and Shelly Sutherland from Algonquin College Pembroke.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Martha White, and I'm based on the Ottawa campus of Algonquin College. I'm an international student recruiter. I'm an assistant manager, and I'm also a registered international student immigration advisor with Algonquin College.
Hi, and I'm Shelly Sutherland, and I'm the student success specialist at the Pembroke campus of Algonquin College. Happy to be here with you today.
So coming on to the agenda of today's presentation, we will be covering about the basic details of Algonquin College, and then we will be highlighting of the student facilities and the services that you will be getting once you enroll and become a student at Algonquin College Waterfront campus. And then we will look into many of the course clusters and the programs that we have, and there will be light thrown on the various student facilities by Shelly, and then Martha will cover various aspects about the international immigration and related things. So coming on to the Algonquin College of Applied Arts and Technology is an educational institution that serves from the national capital of Canada, that is in Ottawa. So Algonquin College has three premier campuses. The first one is the main campus in Woodrow, that is in the capital city of Ottawa. Then we have two other regional campuses in Perth, and then the other one in the Pembroke, the city of Pembroke, from where I am speaking. The Algonquin College has upwards of 341 programs in total in all the three campuses combined, and there are upwards of 20,000 plus students that are enrolled in the campus, where they take variety of programs in different program clusters. But the bottom line for the Algonquin College is that the mission of the college is to transform your hopes and dreams into lifelong success. And the college is actually very passionately working towards the vision to become a global leader in personalized, digitally connected and experiential learning, where your programs, where your experiences of being a student are taken very seriously. And we have four embedded values that we cherish and we work towards and strive for them. So these are like caring, learning, integrity, and respect. So these are the pretty much the basics of what we feel and believe and in day out at Algonquin College to make your student life successful. Now, putting into perspective where we are based. So if you think of the Canada's map, we are in the province of Ontario, and our Woodrow campus, that is the main campus, is based in the Ottawa city of Ottawa itself, and then we are in around the 100 to 140 kilometer radius from the city of Ottawa. We have both the campuses, that is the Perth campus, and the Pembroke campus is around 140 kilometers northwest of city of Ottawa in the Ottawa Valley. And the campus in the Waterfront campus is based with 1,000 plus students, and we have 20 plus programs that you can sign up and take at the Pembroke campus. Now, we fondly refer to our campus as the Waterfront campus because of the reason that we are just based meters away from the mighty Ottawa River, and the city of Pembroke is called the heart of Ottawa Valley, where you can expect that we are based in a very scenic and a natural setting, and it's just like minutes away from very kind of pristine lakes and outdoor setting, just like Algonquin Provincial Park and the Bonnechere Valley. And in putting to context the student residencies, so we have 5 private residencies that are very based close in the walking distance or close vicinity to the campus. And these are like options where you can rent out a particular room in a kind of a dormitory kind of setup, and also there are apartment sized uh, housing options where you can lease out rooms. So in there is a kind of a wider ambit or spectrum where what you want in the kind of residence you want. So there are options that you can always sign up. The city of Pembroke generally boasts its love for the hockey, the traditional game of hockey, and its heritage murals. So we have 32 murals that are set up in across the city, and city of Pembroke has a huge historic and heritage significance in putting into the context of the Canada's rich landscape and heritage. Also, I was just touching base with the beautiful natural setting. So we are very strategically based in close vicinity to many of the outdoor setting, just like Algonquin Provincial Park, Bonnechere River Provincial Park, and other outdoor recreation kind of things. And Pembroke is also very close to the Whitewater region. So it's like we are very much on the adventure playground of Ottawa. Of Ontario. Coming on to the view about the campus. So this particular slide will showcase the east side entrance of the campus, which is just alongside to the Kiani's Way, Kiani's Walkway, and Waterfront Marina Park that is just adjacent to the campus building. So this particular backdrop is available and generally cherished by everyone in the summer and the spring months. So and there are like parking facilities for both bikes and cars in front of the north side entrance. So if you are coming down to Pembroke and just like coming down to the Waterfront Park, you will see that this particular campus is a state-of-art campus, is the kind of shining light in the city of Pembroke. Now, if we go ahead, we say that we are the Waterfront campus, and I was referring to the point that we are just alongside the Kiani's Walkway. So this particular slide will showcase the north side of the campus, where you have the open patio furniture or like open area sitting for available for students. And just now we will be seeing the multi-recreational trail that is around 4 kilometers long, that runs alongside in between the campus and the banks of the Ottawa River. So this is a multi-recreational trail called the Kiani's Way, which can be used for walking, running, taking an easy stroll, road biking, and in the winter months, this is the kind of snowshoeing trail that you can use for your kind of daily activity or something like that. Coming on to the inside of the campus, whether you come in from the east side entrance or from the north side entrance, you will be greeted with the commons, that is the open common area of Waterfront campus. So this area has been demarcated into two premier things. So first is the open area where you can sit down, have an easy snack, or just like hang out with your friends. And then inside the other half of the area is the student association run in-house pub that is available for the students, which is generally available from the evening hours. It's called the Landing. So you can, after a day of work, if you are thinking of like having an easy time with your friends and chilling out, this is the area where you can hang out with your friends. And generally many of the events, just like day in, day out, happens. So this is a particular area where student association runs many of the student driven and student oriented events, such as open mics, open karaoke nights, and other dirty bingo kind of events that happen like within your school year. So this is a very happening kind of a place where you will enjoy your to and fro transit from. And just next to that, we have the library, which has two particular levels. The ground level, or the base, like the ground floor level, is facing the Kiani's Way or the Ottawa River, and it boasts a huge kind of natural lighting, and you can easily sit down, have while doing your homework alongside the like stacks of books and reference materials. And then all these points and all the sitting area has embedded onto the other side the laptop plugin, so you can take your laptop or a device and do your homework in the quiet setup of the library. And then there is another level, which is the first floor level, which has quiet rooms where you can do more of a group work. So those rooms have a kind of sign up sheet, and then you can sign up for those things and use for a group project. It has all the embedded things that you might need, just like a whiteboard, sitting areas, and then there's a laptop plugin for a kind of a big monitor, so that you can work in collaboration with your group and complete your projects. So coming on to the classrooms, so our classrooms generally Algonquin College boasts from the many of the programs has a good student to professor ratio, and we have kind of a range from 25 to 50 students in depending upon the program, and depending upon how you do whichever program you do, the sitting area and the classrooms will be like your go-to when you sign up and do a program here. So this will make sure like these classrooms are embedded with the state of art, all the equipments and the things necessary for your good learning and classroom experience. So as well as we have also taken care of the natural ambit or the natural lighting that will be one of the things when you come down in your classrooms, you will see that this has been taken care of very well. Coming on to the food services, whether it's in-house, like in between class snacks, or you are feeling some kind of a smoothie or coffee, or you are looking for some kind of a meal that in between your lunch hours or in the morning breakfast, our food services department prepares healthy and hygienic food, and they have a multi cuisine and different options, starting from pizzas to wraps to many of the cuisines in the continental or Chinese. So you can stop there, and they prepare the food very fresh and hygienic way. So you can always so student for food services will kind of is the go-to for everyone in the campus to use the services, and it's a thing that you can use whenever you are hungry. And so this is a particular slide where you will have a look at the student food services area with all the drinks and coffee vending machines and other things that are snacks or food that you will like. So this is something that you can use while you are studying here. Coming on to the student services, so student services are also, so student association takes two more things that are student driven. The first and foremost is the fitness zone. So we pay a huge kind of emphasis on getting your, not only the education component of your student life being taken care of, but we also urge you to use the student fitness zones and gymnasiums for your overall development. So this state-of-art fitness zone has all the equipments that you might need for your health related things. And this particular fitness zone is only available to the students of Algonquin College. So the best part of this particular fitness zone is that it won't be very crowded, because this is only reserved for the students, and you can use it to your advantage. It has a kind of a wide operating hours, so it starts from 8 a.m. until the closure of the building, and it's generally open 7 days a week. So you can in between your classes or based on your schedule, you can use these facilities, which are totally available to free of cost for the students, and it is run by the student association. This fitness zone is overlooking the gymnasium. So in the gymnasium, you can use the gymnasium for the many of the sports and the athletic activities, just like badminton, volleyball, and there are multiple sports and activities that we do. So not only you are learning, but you are also in the education component, but you are also involved into many of these sports and athletic activities. And during our school year, we have intramurals, so that you can participate either in individual events or you can make a team and participate. So if you have an outlook towards athletic and sporting activities, I think gymnasium will be a place where you see yourself hanging out more often. And just a new addition that what we have done in the month of Feb, we have recently installed the rock climbing wall inside the gymnasium. So you need not to go out in search of adventure. If you have certain time available, you can always sign up for the rock climbing wall with the student association, and they will help you out in that. And this has a very different kind of difficulty level, starting from initial to a very challenging one. And now I will showcase a video, which is a a brief 30-second video, which showcases what is the rock climbing wall that we have. And so that is the one kind of sporting activity that we boast, which is in normal. But there is another aspect of sports and the kind of competition and the physical activity, that is the logger sports. So what we do in this area, that there's a logger sports stream of Algonquin College, which is generally participating in varsity competitions of, for example, the chainsaw, the wood chip cutting, then there is an axe throw event, and there are other multiple events in this particular kind of sports. So this is the particular area where the logger sports training happens. So this is towards the west side of the building, and our team is the official team for the Ottawa Red Blacks, and wherever their events or their games are, we follow them and we cheer them and we motivate them. So that is one of the things. And any student of Algonquin College can sign up for these kind of, if you have an inclination or a passion towards these kind of sporting activities. So this is something that is unique, and you can sign up for when you become a student at Algonquin College Waterfront campus. Coming on to the various student services, now I will pass on to our student success specialist, Shelly. She will cover up all the student services.
Thank you, Sachin. So as Sachin mentioned, the title that I have is Student Success Specialist, and my job on campus is intended to be a first point of contact for students that want to receive supports that might help them in their success academically, as well as other support services that might focus more on matters of self-care, etc. So sometimes people refer to my role as like a GPS might be on your phone or in a car. If you're lost and you're not sure how to get to your destination, or you want to get unlost, you would access the GPS. Sometimes you know exactly where you want to go, you just aren't sure how to get there. And so I want you to feel free to use me as that kind of GPS for you as you begin to navigate through some of the services that are available to students at the Pembroke campus. One of the things that's really great about being as large and as small as we are at the Pembroke campus is that we have all of the services that you would find at a larger college campus, but because we are smaller, you would not be as subject to the wait lists that you might have in other situations. So let's go through some of the services that are available to you at the Pembroke campus. The first one is our counseling services. We have a registered psychotherapist. Her name is Shannon Sevigny, and Shannon is available to provide support and services to students who may have diagnosed mental health issues, or maybe you are just experiencing issues in your personal life. You need some strategies and suggestions on how to cope with stress. It could be that you need a referral to another support service that's available in the Pembroke community, and those are the things that Shannon is happy to provide. Shannon also oversees a lot of support services that are available to you in our waiting area, and we have a wide range of those types of things covering topics like anxiety and sexual assault and violence, PTSD, those kinds of things are also available for you to access. We have a health services department at the Pembroke campus, and it's overseen by our registered nurse, Lorianne Clawwitter. Our health services is got a wide range of health services for students, and some of the kinds of things that are available and that Lorianne's able to do is she provides some over-the-counter medication if you have a headache or a cold. Lorianne has access to some of those non-prescription medications. In addition to that, Lorianne also partners with some organizations in our community, like the Renfrew County District Health Unit offers a sexual health clinic on our campus on a regular basis. And further, we have a small clinic that is provided to students. We have a doctor who comes onto campus and will see students in a prearranged appointment. And this is a clinic. It's not intended to be a permanent health service for students, but he is there to help provide students with direction and urgent matters that might be available to them. Pembroke also has a large regional hospital, and he is closely connected to that hospital. We also have services of academic coaches. Academic coaches are professors that have been hired by the college to provide one-on-one support to students in two areas. One area is in the social sciences and English, and the other areas are math and science related courses. Through an appointment that you would make at the library, this free service is available for you to get 1 hour of free academic coaching from those professors if you are having a struggle or an issue in either of those kinds of streams. Peer tutoring is a service that's available to students where other students at a higher level of study provide tutoring support to another student. This process is a matched process. So if you were someone who was interested in having a peer tutor, you would go to our peer tutoring service and request from them a tutor in an area. Let's, for example, use accounting, and we would then match you with a student who was a strong student in the accounting subject area. You would pay for a portion of that service. The college pays for the other. The thing that makes it more used by students outside of academic coaching is that the hours are flexible. The academic coaching service provided by professors is available during certain times, and sometimes students like to have the flexibility to have a peer tutor at times that are more accommodating to their schedule. The Center for Accessible Learning, you'll sometimes hear it referred to as CAL, is the place where students who have identified learning issues, learning disabilities, ADD, ADHD, maybe you have a permanent physical disability like loss of hearing or blindness, students who have mental health related issues, register with the Center for Accessible Learning so that you can have your learning needs accommodated by staff on campus. So I think it's important for you to know that the registering of this service is very free of charge and is completely confidential. You will work with a disabilities counselor who will help you figure out how your needs are best met on campus. And that can be anything from having more time to complete tests or have your tests done in separate rooms, as well as some technology supports like Read and Write Gold or other types of services that will provide you with support on the computer. Algonquin Pembroke's campus also has an employment service that's available for students that may want to have employment. You can drop by the office and they'll help you prepare a resume or cover letter. Certainly those are kinds of things that international students may require some support with, and they work very closely with the international school around those types of things. And finally, financial aid is available to students on campus through our service provider, Christine Summers, who works with students to help them access bursaries and scholarships, those kinds of things that are available for students that might assist them in planning for the time that they are at school, how to do a budget, how to prepare for some large expenses that might be coming up. Christine and others are certainly helpful to provide that support. You will find these services in the area of the college that called Student Services. There's a reception area where you can come, and certainly we are happy to direct you to any of these while you're a student on campus. Back to you, Sachin.
Thanks a lot, Shelly. Coming on to the other aspect about the campus, Algonquin College campus, we provide many of the different kind of credentials that you can sign up for. So starting from degree courses, that is like, for example, the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. That is a 4-year degree program that we provide at Algonquin College in close collaboration with the University of Ottawa. Then we have many other unique diploma programs that I will be covering in the subsequent slides, along with many of the certificate and graduate certificate programs that we have at the Waterfront campus. Now, looking at many of the diploma and credentials that we can give. So in the business cluster, we have our business program that is suitable for learning the various intricacies and the aspects about the business. And there are multiple kind of courses that are embedded in this particular program, which will not only give you the knowledge about the core competencies of finance, marketing, supply chain, about business, but you can also have a option of co-op in this. Coming on to the other community and social services cluster. So we have the programs that are like the early childhood educators. Then there is a personal support and the social support worker programs that are certificate programs that will or diplomas that will prepare for you an exciting career in the field of community welfare and social services. In the other aspect of the computers and technology, we have the computer system technician program, which is a 2-year diploma program at the Algonquin College. So this particular program will has a kind of CCNA and networking basics, and then you work around computers in order to know the various kind of maintenance, scheduling, and the parts inside how the computer is made up, and you can work around it. So this is a very kind of a hands-on technical course that we have for you in the computers and technology domain. Coming on to the lab, this particular lab is the networking or the computer system technician lab. That is a state-of-art lab which is used by the program faculty and students to learn various nuances about the computers and their hardware and networking problems. So this is a kind of a go-to for the many of the students who are working there. Then there is another cluster of programs that is in the ambit of outdoor sciences that we call as the environmental sciences cluster. So in that particular ambit, we have the forestry technician, the environment technician, and the programs which are programs or diplomas which prepare you for the exciting careers in the field of sciences in the outdoor ambit. So this is a particular lab where you will work in on various kind of projects of environmental management, kind of revamping the system of outdoors and other related experiments and activities. So this is a kind of a state-of-art lab that we have for these specific programs, and you work either in them to study about the various procedures, and then you go out and work in the outdoor segment to revamp and manage any kind of environmental concern that these programs cater to. Then there is another lab that is for the environmental sciences cluster, where they keep all their equipments and apparatuses. So this is very specific for the environmental sciences cluster. Then we have another ambit of health sciences. I was referring a while ago that we have the degree program for the nursing. That is a 4-year Bachelor of Science Nursing. So for this particular program, we have the health sciences lab where you have the state-of-art mannequins and programmable mannequins for your kind of learning, as well as experiential learning that you will learn throughout your 4 years. So we have all the facilities, all the kind of things that you will encounter once you start working in the industry or the hospitals. But during your learning time, even we make sure that you have the practical experience and the exposure to the things that you will be subjected once you go into the career stream. So you are, from the word go, you are getting knowledge, and you are being trained in that particular field through like the most hands-on knowledge and the equipment that you can think about. Coming on to the other aspect about the sciences, there's another kind of area or the lab that is for the personal support worker for the older demographic of the population. So you have many of the mannequins which are and the facilities or the equipments that will cater to how you can train yourself better for the uh, management and welfare of the older demographic population. And this is the kind of a hands-on lab that the personal support worker diploma program uses. Then coming on to the media and communication, there is a program in that ambit as well. In the domain of public safety and legal studies, so we have a diploma that is the Police Foundation, where you will not only learn about the various nuances and the intricacies about the enforcement of the legal structure, but you will also be trained in that particular domain, where you will be a kind of a hands-on go-to workforce as soon as you graduate. And many of our students go on and work in the fields just after the completion of their diploma. So it's a kind of very hands-on and a public safety and a legal studies oriented domain we have in the program diversity. Coming on to the many of the hands and the skills trades, so we have the carpentry and the renovations techniques certificate, 8-month certificate program, which comes under the ambit of skilled trades. So there are like very hands-on courses where you will learn about the various skills and nuances into the field of carpentry. And it's a very kind of a go-to hands-on course, where if you have the passion towards the making your livelihood in the carpentry or renovations field, this is a kind of a given course that students take, and within 8 months you become skilled and employable. In the sports and outdoor recreation, so we have two unique programs that Algonquin College Waterfront Campus boasts, which are like the outdoor adventure diploma program, which is a 2-year hands-on adventure guiding program that we have. And there is a sister program called the Outdoor Adventure Naturalist, which is a condensed 16-month diploma program that prepare you for the exciting careers in the outdoor adventure or recreation segment. So these are for the last 20 years, Algonquin College Waterfront Campus in Pembroke is the kind of leader in the outdoor cluster or the outdoor training programs, and our graduates are working in top of the line outdoor companies. And similarly, so this is a very unique kind of course that we boast in Pembroke campus. Coming on to not only the experience in the theoretical and the learning aspect, but we boast the overall personality development and the impetus and the significance of your overall development is very important. So we have many of the events and workshops that are either student driven or student association driven, or the college and the faculty comes together to build many of the workshops. So you have multiple events that are in the fun and learning aspect that you can look forward to during your typical school year. In addition to that, there are many of the hobby clubs and the community clubs that are active at Algonquin College Waterfront Campus, where you can sign up for those things that you are passionate about just like if you are into books, so there's a book club, and if you feel that there is a club that you are passionate about and it's still lagging, so student association has a kind of a simple procedure where you have to just get together with 10 more like-minded people that feel the need of that club, and go that and give the proposal to the student association, and they will formulate that club and also will kind of fund initially your club facilities. So I think there is a $500 upfront kind of a student association one-time thing that they give for the functioning and running of the club. So it's a kind of a leadership and a mentorship point of or the hobby that can be used for your overall development. In addition to that, there are many volunteering opportunities that once in a while pop up, whether it's in the community or it's channelized through the college's workforce. So it's either, so that will also give you the exposure to many of the diverse activities that you can sign up during your typical school year and be a part of. And that helps in not only connecting you with like-minded people, but also gives you something to vouch for on your resume. And then there is a definite aspect about the sports and intramurals that happen, which I have already touched base in the earlier slides. Then now comes, this was all the brief overview about what we have for you at the Algonquin College Waterfront campus. So if you feel that you are in a position to apply and you feel that you are passionate about a particular program and you want your career to go that way, there are basically 3 steps which I will say call the next steps for you. So first and foremost is the preparation and the thought process and the application. So first and foremost, you have to review all the program admission requirements. If you easily cross those documentations, then the next step is collecting those documents first, and then applying online through the Algonquin College force.com, and there's a link and you can go ahead and apply. So this is the first kind of initial onboarding stage where you will think about the particular program and then start applying. Then the next step that comes into, then once you have applied, you have done one of your premier thing, the application will go through and come to us. And once you have been accepted, then there is a kind of second step that where you have to pay your fee in order to reserve your spot. And then if you're an international student or if you are already in Canada, so you have to start preparing for the actual transition, that wherever you are, you have to come down to Pembroke, book around where you will be, kind of arrange for your accommodations, your housing options, and finalizing other nuances or like simple like last minute things, so that once the September or the fall semester kicks in, you are ready to go for that particular thing. Now I will pass on to Martha, who will kind of cover the broader aspect about a little bit into the international student and the immigration thing.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Sachin. So for our September 2020 programs, Algonquin College is doing a blended delivery of programs. 55% of programs are going to be offered online, entirely online, and 40% of programs are going to be offered in a combination of some online and some on-campus classes. Unfortunately, 5% of programs had to be suspended, and these students have been contacted already and acceptances have been deferred. It's important to note that only on-campus activities will be those face-to-face courses that require specialized activities and equipment. Students are not to go on campus for any other purpose. We have a very important update from IRCC that came out on July 22nd. It is for 100% remote programs only, fall 2020 only. They now have a new 2-stage study permit approval process. Stage 1 is called approval in principle. It means that the student has applied already online and meets all eligibility requirements. They have the letter of acceptance, they have their finances organized, etc. These students can begin their online programs outside Canada while still waiting for their final study permit approval. This is a new regulation for immigration, so without your official final study permit approval, you're able to start your programs online. That's if your application passes this stage. There are a few important things to note, though. The approval in Stage 1 does not guarantee the final study permit approval. Students must pass Stage 2, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Students cannot enter Canada until they have passed Stage 2 and have that final study permit approval. So even if you get approval in principle and you begin your online program offshore in your home country or outside of Canada, you still cannot come to Canada until you actually have received your final study permit approval. Please note that IRCC regulations and policies can change without notice, and it's your responsibility to check for updates and changes regularly. This update is as of June 22nd. Stage 2 of the approval in principle is called the admissibility stage. IRCC will check your admissibility with your health, police certificates if needed, biometrics, and any other information that may have changed from your original approval of Stage 1. If you receive Stage 2 approval, then you will have your final study permit approval. And when the travel restrictions change, you'll be able to travel to Canada. For now, please remember you cannot travel to Canada if you have a study permit that was issued on or after March 19th. You have to wait for immigration to make a statement as to when you will be allowed to enter Canada. Some important notes: if you do choose to begin your program from outside Canada and the study permit application is eventually declined, you will not be able to enter Canada to complete the program, may not be able to complete it online. It should also be mentioned that if you do try to complete it online, if that is a possibility, that the completion of that program online will not qualify for postgraduate work permit. Programs can only be 50% completed online. There will also be no refund of the semester tuition fees for the student. This is very important. It's a big decision. While the majority of approved in principle applications should proceed through to final Stage 2 approval, there is no way to know for sure if it will proceed through. Hopefully students themselves will be aware if they may have an issue with security checks or health checks. But if it is declined, it's important that you know that the tuition fees will not be refunded. Please note that IRCC regulations and policies can change without notice, and it's your responsibility to check for updates and changes regularly. This bears repeating. We have the final update from IRCC for July 24th, 2020, traveling to Canada with dependents. Family members traveling with international students need to have specific confirmation from IRCC that their accompaniment of the international student is essential travel. Okay, this means that they need to have a very specific direct letter. Even if the family member has a visa already, and even if that visa was issued prior to March 19th, they will not be allowed to board their plane without this specific exemption confirmation from IRCC. This is the email. It is a long one. Please stay on the slide for a moment and look at this email and write it down if you're planning to travel with your family to Canada to study in September. This exemption letter is mandatory for your family to be able to travel with you. If you have this email address and you simply search it in Google, you will come to the information page for IRCC that explains fully what they're talking about. It does seem to indicate on the IRCC webpage that students that are reuniting with family will require this letter. We had a conversation with IRCC yesterday, July 29th, and they have confirmed that all family members, whether they are traveling with the student or reuniting with students, will require this letter. So please take a note of that email address. And again, immigration regulations are constantly changing, as you can see by this PowerPoint. So please make sure to look for your own updates and changes regularly on the site. And I'll pass it over to Sachin. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Martha. For the January 2021 intake, we are also now accepting applications. So in addition to all those points that Martha has touched base and the admission process that I had previously told you, these are the guiding kind of principles or guiding things that you should be careful about. There is a simple steps of how to apply for the 2021 intake. So following those steps at the web, the information is all there on the website of algonquincollege.com/international admissions. So you can visit that, and then you can check whether your program that is you want to continue and you want to sign up for is open. So with 2021 winter session that is coming around pretty soon. So we have many of the programs listed with their status. So you can check and sign up for those. And then similarly, you can review all those admission requirements and complete the documentation, confirm you meet and will meet the English proficiency requirements, along with the pay due regard to the student visa or the student permit requirements that was a little bit touched base by Martha, and we have listed them in the admissions process on our website as well. So these are like the kind of guiding application process things that you have to be diligent and careful about, and if you follow those steps, and we are here to help you in each and every manner, so it will be a smoother transition for you. Coming on to the applications, so that was a kind of a overview about the applications. And if you also want to like discuss and know particularly about each of our 3 campuses, starting from the Algonquin College Ottawa campus to Perth campus or the Pembroke campus, we have our virtual tours that are running on specific times and date of the week, and you can sign up for those at www.algonquincollege.com/tours. And there are many of other information sessions, just like International Student Information session or applying for OSAP. So there are like a lot of many virtual interactive sessions that we have. You can also sign up for those. And in addition to that, when you are on our webpage, just like explore many of the student services that Shelly was telling you about. So when you visit algonquincollege.com/Pembroke campus, you can look at many of the student services that Shelly just briefed you about. And if you are interested with any of the things that you want to know more about, there is always an information block provided on that page where you can sign up or you can connect with the person that you need to connect. So that was like all the overview about what we have in store for you for today. So this is the email ID for the international queries or what or from the Algonquin College. So this is the email ID. I'll repeat it. It's international@algonquincollege.com. You can also join us and connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Algonquin IEC. So that will be a wrap up from our side. Thank you very much for patiently listening to us, and hope you have a great year ahead. Thank you very much.